Hi guys, Alex here, welcome back to another SSR analysis video, and today's one is going to be slightly different in terms of the audio. However, today we are taking a look at every single Super Saiyan 3 unit in the game, apart from Super Saiyan 3 Goku, just simply because he's already in the top 5 cards in the game and is way above these units. And I want to quickly thank D3 for helping me out with this video. If you aren't subscribed to him, go check out the link in the description below. But if we get started with Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta GT, his leader skill gives 2 ki to all types as well as a 20% attack and defense boost. He causes supreme damage and he also gets a 70% attack and defense boost when HP is 30% or above from his passive skill. And if we have a look at his links, he has Golden Warrior, Prodigy, Super Saiyan, the Vegeta family, GT and limit breaking form. So straight away you can clearly tell that he is lacking the over and a flash link. He does have a decent leader skill that gives 2 ki to all types as well as an attack and defense boost. He gets a 70% attack and defense boost from his passive skill, which obviously makes him a very hard hitter. The only real problem with this card is that he lacks any good key links. He definitely does have potential if he ever gets a Dokkan. However, at the moment he is still a decent unit. So if you now move on to Agility Super Saiyan 3 Goku GT, his leader skill increases the HP, attack and defense of all types by 20%, he causes supreme damage, he gets a 70% attack boost when facing 3 or more enemies, and if we have a look at his links, he has Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, Over and a Flash, GT and limit breaking form. So clearly, unlike Vegeta, he does have the Over and a Flash link, which obviously allows him to link up with other top tier units. So overall, this Goku is clearly very good. He has a decent leader skill, he is obviously going to do a ton of damage thanks to his passive skill. He does have the restriction, but it's honestly very unlikely that you're going to be facing more than 3 enemies. And as I said before, he obviously has the over and a flash link, which allows him to link up with other top tier units. So if we now move on to the STR Super Saiyan 3 Goku GT, STR type units get a 30% attack boost for every STR orb obtained, he causes supreme damage, he gives a 25% attack boost to all allies, and if we have a look at his links, he has Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, Limit Breaking Form, Over and a Flash and GT. So like the previous Goku, he also has Over and a Flash, however he is clearly not going to be hitting as hard as the previous 2 units, as he is clearly a support unit. He is obviously the go-to leader if you want to nuke with an STR type. He is a very good unit for a mono STR team, as he shares the GT link with Omega Shenron, and he also gives the 25% attack boost to all your allies. So if we now have a look at STR Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, his leader skill increases the attack of STR types by 80%, he causes supreme damage and he also has a high chance to stun, and for the first 7 turns he reduces incoming damage by 80%, and if we have a look at his links, he has Golden Warrior, Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, Over and a Flash, Limit Breaking Form and Fierce Battle. I want to quickly point out that Vegeta's chance to stun is 50%. He has the Over and a Flash link, which obviously allows him to link up with other top tier units. However, the main purpose of this card is definitely to tank incoming damage. The only bad thing about this card is that he has a turn restriction, and this can definitely be a bit of a problem, especially with the longer Dokkan events. He can still be useful thanks to his chance to stun, however when he does lose his passive skill, he can definitely be a bit of a liability. So if we now move on to STR Super Saiyan 3 Goku, his leader skill gives a 30% attack boost to all types, he causes supreme damage and he also lowers defense, he gets an 80% attack boost when HP is 30% or above, and if we have a look at his links, he has Golden Warrior, Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, Over and a Flash, Limit Breaking Form, Fierce Battle and Supreme Power. So obviously he has the Over and a Flash link, which yet again allows him to link up with other top tier units. This Goku is definitely a staple in mono STR teams, just simply because he has very little bad things about him. The passive restriction is a very minor thing, considering that it's very hard to get below 30% of the current mono leads. He hits very hard thanks to the 80% attack boost. He also lowers defense, which can be useful, but overall this Goku is definitely a very good unit. So if we now move on to the Agility Super Saiyan 3 Goku, his leader skill gives 3 key to agility types as well as a 3000 attack boost. He causes supreme damage and he also lowers defense. He gets a 100% attack boost for 7 turns, and if we have a look at his links, he has Golden Warrior, Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, Over in a Flash, Limit Breaking Form, and Fierce Battle. So this Goku suffers the same problem as STR Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta in the sense that he has a passive restriction. Once he loses his passive skill, he is definitely not going to be hitting anywhere near as hard, and again this is a problem in the current Dokkan events just simply because of how long they are. He does have the Over in a Flash link, so he is still providing key to the units around him, but he does lose his main asset, which is to deal damage. So if we now have a look at Tech Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, his leader skill gives 3 key to all types, he causes supreme damage, he gets a 70% attack boost at the start of the turn, and if we have a look at his link skills, he has Super Saiyan, Saiyan Warrior Race, Golden Warrior, the Vegeta family, Prodigies, Limit Breaking Form, and Fierce Battle. So clearly the main link that he is missing is Over in a Flash. This card definitely does have a few good things about it. It has an unconditional passive skill. He also has a very good leader skill if you are lacking any of the god tier units. But another thing that I want to point out is despite being a transcended ultra rare, he definitely does have some very poor stats. And he also doesn't get the Over in a Flash link, which definitely lets him down even more. He is definitely a decent unit on a monotech team. However, this unit definitely did have a lot more potential. So I'm going to be recording the second part of this video without any cuts, so I will be mumbling a bit and I will be stuttering a bit. However, in first place comes STR Super Saiyan 3 Goku, in second place Agility Super Saiyan 3 Kid Goku, in third place STR Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, in fourth place Agility Super Saiyan 3 Goku, in fifth place STR Super Saiyan 3 Kid Goku, in sixth place Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta GT, which means that in 7th place comes Tech Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. So the reason why the STR Super Saiyan 3 Goku is number 1 is because he firstly has no turn restriction, he lowers defense, he has a 30% passive skill which doesn't really matter just simply because it's very hard to get below that in the current meta, and he also has the Supreme Power link which gives him an even bigger attack boost. So if we now move on to second place, which is Agility Super Saiyan 3 Kid Goku, his restriction doesn't really matter as you are rarely going to be facing 3 or more enemies, so it's basically a guarantee that you're going to be getting that attack boost. And if we talk about his links a bit, he has Over in a Flash, Kamehameha, the GT link, Golden Warrior, which means that he has some of the best key support out of all the Super Saiyan 3 units, and because of this he easily fits into the best mono AGL teams in the game. But if we move on to third place, which is STR Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, he has a 50% chance to stun, which is very clutch, especially when he does lose his passive skill. The 80% passive is still great when useful. He is the only Vegeta with Over in a Flash. He also has some pretty high stats which will allow him to hit relatively hard. But if we now move on to fourth place, which was obviously Agility Super Saiyan 3 Goku, the thing that lets this unit down is definitely the turn restriction. The fact that he lowers defense doesn't really make up for it. He doesn't stun. As I said before, when he does lose his passive skill, he is pretty much useless despite having pretty high stats. Also, the 7 turns that he supposedly has are only realistically 3 to 4, and what this basically means is that the 7 turns start from the start of the battle, not when the character spawns, which means that he is losing his passive skill even sooner than expected. So if we now move on to 5th place, which was STR Super Saiyan 3 Kid Goku, he has a great rainbow supporting passive, he has great links. As I said before, he doesn't hit as hard as the other units. You'd most likely pick the agility type over this one in a rainbow team, however in a mono STR team, especially with GT Vegeta, he definitely is a very good unit. So if we now move on to 6th place, which was STR Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, he has very similar stats to the Turtle Vegeta, and he also gets a 70% attack and defense boost via the passive despite the restriction. He also has the GT link, which is definitely becoming a lot more relevant. But if we now move on to last place, which was obviously Tech Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, he does have a very good leader skill, he has a guaranteed passive, however as I said before he has very poor stats for a transcended ultra rare, and he also doesn't have any viable key links. But that is it guys, I hope you all enjoyed it. I want to quickly thank D3 again for helping me make this video, but as always don't forget to leave your opinions and your suggestions down below. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like for more Dragon Ball content. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will catch you guys in the next one.